So once you see something which looks like that, these ones you are seeing are called contours, but these contours have two hilltops. This is the top of a hill one, another top of a hill. The gap that exists between these two is called a shadow. It's called what? A shadow. Then there are some instances where we have contours that are moving like this. These ones form what we call a ridge. They form what we call a ridge. So far, the shape and nature of the contours will always tell the name of the future in the map. As I already told you, that this one is a conical hill. This is a ridge. That is a shadow. Flat topped hill, I told you it will look like this. This one is said to be flat topped hill. Sometimes contours make a shape that is not easy to determine, to understand. A zigzag shape like that, like that. This one is called a plateau. It is called what? A plateau. Sometimes people call it dissected plateau or whatsoever, but it stands for a plateau. So all those things and all items will be determined by differences in the contours and how they are represented. Sometimes you find an instance where one contour is very far from one another. And usually in between here is sometimes a water body. This is a contour name numbered maybe 3,800. This one is also 3,800. So once you see something of this kind, you will say that you will know that these contours are representing a broad valley. They are representing a broad valley. So in that case, therefore, you will be able to tell the shape of the contours. The shape of the contours will always be there to tell you what type of item or what feature is being represented. And what you should note is that these contours represent the nature of the landscape, or they represent what we call a relief of the place. And relief of the place is not always flat, neither is it mountainous, but different places will have different relief types. Like here you will say, when I look at Kaiso Tonya this side, there is a conical hill. When I look into the west, the east of Kaiso, there is a plateau. When I look into the south of Kaiso Tonya, there is a what? There is a shadow and a flat topped hill. Sometimes in the map you find an area with a only one circle like that, and maybe it has a figure 4,000. This one is called an isolated hill or a knoll. Isolated hill or knoll. So we can continue. We can continue to know those things. So I was talking about, if you see something which is looking like this and has a number 4,000, this one is in terms of our relief, this is referred to as an isolated hill. If you don't call it isolated hill, you can call it a knoll. So all these things will be used, will help us, especially when there is a question that requires you to describe relief. When you are told to describe relief, you will use those relief features, the nature of how contours are being displayed on the map, to tell different relief features. So you study them clearly, you understand them clearly, know one by one, and then you will be able to tell that this is this. Sometimes contours form that shape. Contours form that shape, and in most cases, within this shape is a line in a blue color like that. This one is usually a river. It is usually a river, but it is not a relief feature. Our main emphasis is this relief feature, which we are calling a V-shaped valley. It is different from the other one I told you, which is a broad valley. For this one, the contours are close to one another. They are forming a V shape, and sometimes you find a river flowing through these shapes. So for you, in terms of relief, you will say this one is a V-shaped valley. So I believe you have understood me clearly there. I don't know what you have not understood. You can ask, but I believe by now everything is very clear, isn't it? Yes? Hello? So that is that. Any question? No question? So let us look at something else. Sajonan. Sajonan. Mr. Jonan. Jonathan. Jonathan. Okay, so I'll continue from there next time.
There is another one. Okay.